what has been said, Marcus Rashford to Tottenham Hotspur. Now, wasn't something I expected to see today, but ultimately I have, and it's coming out from, I think, Sean O'Connolly. And this is what he had to say on Rashford. So, Marcus Rashford is the next target on Tottenham's transfer wish list this summer. They would not be willing to match the 40 million release clause for the player, but are exploring a lower offer. Rashford's preference would be to move abroad again or return to United and resurrect his boyhood dreams. Joining another Premier League side is not on his radar. However, United's preference is of selling the player to save on wages and will force him to reconsider the stance. So, listen, Rashford's someone who I've mentioned for a while at this club or on this channel. I think with Rashford, there's no doubt in his ability as a football player, as a human being. He's got everything you'd want: pace, goals, ability. One thing I do question is his hard work. Now, Tottenham are literally moving mad this summer. They've already signed about 5 or 6 players already, and they're looking at Rashford now. Again, immediately they're not willing to pay their £40 million release clause, which again is a problem. I think £40 million should be the minimum United are looking to get for a player of Rashford's calibre and ability. For what he's offered so far and what he's proven in the Premier League and at Barcelona is that he is still a relatively good player, and he's only could still offer so much. Like, he's not even, I think he's 27 or 28, so he's not even past 30 yet. So he's only still got a lot left in the tank, in my opinion. I just don't feel like he's compatible to Manchester United, and that ship has kind of sailed. In terms of Manchester United, I feel like he won't be reintegrated into that squad. It won't happen. His future's over at the football club, and yeah, joining another Premier League side is not on his radar. But I do feel like he would be a good fit for Spurs. Would he sort of take that move is something that you have to look at. But I do feel like it would be a good move for his career where he's currently at. I think Manchester United have to be careful because, again, this is another deal we can't afford to drag out late into the summer window. We need to get sort of a solution quickly. Obviously, Barcelona don't want to rekindle interest in him, and that's fine for whatever reason. I think Rashford's a better player than Gordon, and the fact they spent 80 million on him is baffling in my opinion. But listen, Rashford, you have to sort of communicate with him now and look at what are the best moves for him. If it's not in the Premier League, it has to be abroad, like what has been said. Now, I see him going Saudi? Probably not. Saudi are always looking at a marquee player and a player that can come in from one of Europe's big leagues, and Rashford ultimately is one of those players. Obviously, the money will be great as well. I feel like Rashford is a player who definitely has the ability. I don't know if he'd want to go to Saudi at this stage in his career. Again, though, if it's Saudi or Manchester United, it'd be interesting to think what he choose. I think he would choose Saudi, to be honest with you. But you never know. Obviously, United is his boyhood club, and he come through the academy ranks. In terms of other clubs, I don't think PSG will go for him. They're struggling to play Barcola at the moment. He's not going to get in over Kvaratskhelia, Doué or Dembele. So again, he wouldn't go there. Potentially Bayern Munich. Obviously, they've got Kane, Elise, Luis Diaz. I'm not saying he's better than any of them, but I think that could be a potential move for him. Again, Rashford, he's not sort of in a position where he can go to clubs and be demanding minutes. Even at Barcelona, he wasn't starting every single game, so he's going to have to look at an option what's best for his career. In terms of other big clubs, potentially a Serie A club. Juventus. This is just me throwing out potential suggestions. Napoli, these sort of clubs, I think Rashford would do well there. Obviously, I don't think he'd go back to the league. The only club he'd probably go to would be an Atleti or Real Madrid. I don't think he'd go to them. There's not many options for him. Hopefully something does come for him and Manchester United can get some money for him. But £40 million, as I said, should be the minimum that United get for Rashford. And listen, Spurs having an interest for him. The minimum I'd take for Rashford, if it was below 40, would be like £30 million. I feel like for a player, what he's achieved and the ability that he has, he shouldn't be going less than that. And United have to be sort of stubborn in this deal to get what they want from Rashford, really. So we will have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, Tottenham, is that the next target for Rashford? I honestly think he'd thrive there. They've got good players. De Zerbi's a decent manager, and I think he would score goals. I just don't think he's the right fit for Manchester United at the moment, if we're being honest. But yeah, I think there is definitely a player there. £40 million would be good for Manchester United. We can reinvest. The amount of money we save on his wages would be good as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on Rashford. Would you be open to keeping him? I wouldn't. I've said many times the chapter is over at this club, but a potential £40 million move to Tottenham has been on the cards according to sources. So yeah, let's see what does happen. But I mean, you never know. Listen, he's got a good relationship with Carrick. Stranger things that happen in football. He could very well be integrated back into the squad. But yeah, you never know. Let's see what does happen there.